So I'm in the process of documenting the largest project of my life, turning 6.5 acres of a trash dumping ground into a permaculture orchard. And today I'm at home near Atlanta, not up in North Georgia. And so I wanted to talk to you about the process that I just went through a few months ago to get my zoning changed from ag to agritourism, specifically a farm winery that allows for you to make wine, potentially apply for a tasting room, but more importantly, host events, have people come to your property, be able to put public restrooms, be able to put up additional bathrooms. So if you're going to be doing any sort of rezoning and you're going to be changing from ag to something else, or you're just curious on how I did it, here's what that looked like. So I had to call the Office of Planning and Zoning down at the county, and they charged me a few $100s to send letters out to the neighbors, and then they put it in the newspaper, and then a few months down the road, we actually had a live court hearing. And so I was pretty nervous about this. When I showed up, there were the board of directors, about 200 people in the room, and what I didn't know yet was that when I got up to speak and read my letter, the director of planning and zoning would tell the history of the property, all the times he had to hassle me about putting the driveway in or what we were doing with the property. And then neighbor after neighbor after neighbor came up to speak out against me. Now, why were they speaking out against me? Well, my property lines an old highway, so lots of traffic, but the neighborhood road that I'm on, which is called Bodie Road, is very narrow. It's gravel, it's a one-way road, and it technically connects to the road that runs behind the property, maybe a mile or two back there. There's only farms, cows, chickens, and if this road got a lot of traffic, it would be an absolute nightmare. Part of the reason I'm moving my job and the things that I'm doing from Atlanta up to North Georgia is because I'm tired of living in a place where people just don't care. Where people showed up on a weeknight in droves to protect their neighborhood. And so I agreed with them. What we all agreed to do was put signs on the neighborhood road that said that there was no through traffic, no public traffic, and I agreed to cut in a new driveway from the old highway and change the Google listing from the neighborhood entrance to the other entrance, essentially blocking one off and keeping that locked. About 30 days later, I received my letter in the mail, and so what that means as a winery and an event venue is that I can host special events on the property, and as long as I have septic for them, then I don't have to apply for a special permit for them to be able to serve alcohol or play music or do anything like that until 10 p.m. And so this process was pretty painless. I'm in a great county. The people down at the planning and zoning, they've always been super helpful for me. This is really just one step in 1,000 for completing this project. I've still got a lot of work to do, and I'm going to be documenting everything that I do all along the way, really over the next 6 months to get it from ugly farm to beautiful orchard and event venue. Give me a follow if you'd like to check out that project.